And they actually come back all together and they're like, we don't even know how the cup got in there. They're trying to, like, they're all stumbling, right? Like, sir, our master, we didn't steal the cup. Our little brother didn't take it, blah, blah, blah. Judah turns around and he says, this is our fault. The Lord is visiting our iniquity.
Come on.
So right there, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they still haven't repented. They didn't really repent until until Joseph said, no, you know what? I'm your brother. I forgive you. They all start crying. You know, Joseph cries loudly. So Judah is still dealing 20 years later with the iniquity. And he says, my goodness, we deserve this. The Lord is visiting our iniquity. Why? Because it's older brother. And in every culture, kidnapping is wrong. I mean, they knew better. And these people were believers. They're believers causing, like, their son to be sold to Mennonites. How do we do that? How does that happen? The hatred, the envy, the jealousy. That's what we're dealing with today. We think, well, I would never do that. If you have iniquity in your bloodline, you will.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people say, I would never give up God. If you have iniquity in your bloodline, when that moment comes, you will. Let me tell you what happens, and I've been through this myself. When we have iniquity and we hit with the calamity, you get a bad diagnosis, you have cancer, or your child is in the hospital. Most Christians fall apart. Everything that we believed about God goes out the window, and we actually turn against God and we get mad at God. Why? Because we all say we would never do that. But in reality, there's a door in our bloodline and we don't understand the iniquity. And the enemy comes in and attacks. And right away we say, it was God. Where are you, God? Why am I getting cancer, God? Why is my kid sick, God? Why did my marriage not work, God? Well, I prayed. And again, we blame God when it's actually the open door of iniquity that comes through. And I was guilty of that. And that is my search. That's what I studied. I didn't give you my introduction, but 2012, I lost a baby. And I've mentioned it a couple of times in this prayer line. But I didn't understand because I was already a believer. I was a believer since I was born. My mom was already saved when I was born. So I didn't understand, God, I'm a believer. My children have been dedicated. How does my baby die in the crib? And I'm so upset. I don't understand. You allowed this. This went through the courts of heaven and you thought it was good. How does this happen, God? So for a period of about 3 months, I was like doubting God, but I didn't understand there was iniquity. I didn't understand that there was oaths and covenants had been made on my behalf through Freemasonry, through the ancestors. I learned that later, right? That my children were dedicated way before I even was married. I didn't know that. So as I learned, but my thing is what I always I suggest for people is question. Don't accept if you have retrogression, you have poverty, you have affliction in your life, and you're a believer. Don't turn from God. Question. He says, come to me and test me, and he'll give you answers to seek. So don't just take for granted, oh, well, we got high blood pressure. No, you know what? You don't have to live with that. The word says that Jesus came to give us life and to give us life more abundantly. High blood pressure is not an abundant life.
Come on.
Yeah, you could be making bad decisions, but there could be iniquity of the answers that were done 300 years ago. We don't know.